In the present video, we're going to see some programming application of string functions. We presented a couple of videos with string functions. Now we're going to see them in action in a particular program. The program is found in this worksheet. Basically, I'm trying to produce a function that will calculate probabilities for discrete and continuous variables. The way that these are calculated depends on whether it's a discrete or continuous, and the type of specifications that will be given to the program are presented in these strings. The simplest cases would be something like these or these or these, where there are no spaces, and also when we have these intervals like these where there are no spaces in between. But users could enter things like these with spaces in both sides, spaces within the quotation marks and so on, and very spread like that. And so what I want to do is that if I encounter something like this, I want to eliminate all the blank spaces and reduce it to something like this. Once I get it something like this, then I'm going to do the following. If my first character is an X, I know it's going to be one of these cases: X equal, greater than, less than or equal, less than or equal, and so on. If my first character is not an X, then I'm going to expect this to be an interval. Okay? And so if I get something like this string, I'm going to convert it to this string, and then I'm going to separate this string into its components: 3, less than, X, less than, and 6. And then I'm going to classify the type of interval or the type of expression into a number of options, so then I can calculate the probabilities. I'm going to concentrate on the string applications in this part only. Here is the function, and I believe that I have, I don't, okay. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take this function and copy them below, and then we're going to look at part of the function. I'm actually going to show you the right-hand side of the function and see the step-by-step application. So suppose that I have a string and that string is going to be it's going to be 3 less than X less than 5 with several spaces in here. First thing I do is calculate the length of the string in string length of S, and that gives me 13 characters. Then I'm going to calculate this line. I'm going to put it over here. That's going to split S into components, and this is what I get, right? Then I'm going to join the characters by using blank spaces. When I do that, then I have reduced my complex string with so many spaces into the type of string I wanted, where there's no spaces, only numbers, comparison symbols, and the big X. And so the first thing I do here is like if substring SN1 as the first character is equal to an X, I get I type equals 0, and then I'm going to characterize my result in the following way. Like in this case, it's something like this. It's type 1. The lower element in the interval is -5. The comparisons are less than, and 8. Okay, and so if substring is equal to X, then I know I have one of the simplifications. Now I'm going to change this here. I'm going to eliminate this and do it like that, and see how things change this way. First I have my 9 characters, I split this, and then this result in this. Now I'm going to do, okay, if substring SN1 is equal to x, and indeed, then I'm going to make my iType equal 0, x1 equal blank, x2 is going to be string to number, substring as entry, and n minus 2, let's see. And n is the string length of the string after it has been reduced. So n is the string length of n, n is equal to 3 characters in this case. And so I'm in this space right here. This x2 is going to be the 5. That was the 5. The 5 is the term in here. And so the first comparison is blank. The second comparison, the first value of a variable is blank. The first comparison is blank. The second value is that 5, and the second relational comparison is equal to or less than. So I'm looking at an expression like this. And as you can see, you get the type of comparison, nothing in first, nothing for the first comparison character, and equality for the second comparison character, and 13, the number to the right. Another one like that is this one, type 0, blank, blank, less than 15. Something like this will be split into one, that's the type of comparison. That one basically means an interval with less, less. Type 2 means an interval with less and less than equal in the second one. Type 3 comparison is 3 with less than and less in the second one. Type 4 is an interval with less than and less than. So I have all options reduced to 6 types. Type 0, actually 5 types. Type 0 is like these 2. Type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4. And once I have that, I can pass that information on to the function that's actually going to calculate my probabilities